Thanks for the great introduction, and to Outback for being one of the great sponsors of one of the great games in college football, and for the opportunity for our young men to come down here to Tampa and experience a first-class week. Obviously, it's what makes college football so special is to be in the postseason, and to Jim McVay, his entire team. I've got Bill, is the chairman this year, his board members, Linda and Jerry and Mike and Becky, Kevin Collins, our great host, our state trooper, Zeggy, I'm not sure where he's at, there he is, that were with us all week. Just absolutely first class and spectacular. And I cannot thank you enough, the city of Tampa. We went out to Clearwater, and all the experiences here were just absolutely first class for our young men. So thank you from the bottom of our heart. Sorry we didn't give you a better game. Disappointed with obviously the outcome of the game, but want to tip my hat and congratulate Coach Jones, his staff, and young men. Obviously we thought we had a pretty good plan coming in. Tough turnover early. Our defense ends up, getting the stop that we needed. Put together a pretty good drive, and feel like we got momentum going there a little bit in the second quarter, and then came out in the second half and just turned it over. Couldn't get off the field with third down stops, and as the game went along, obviously it got at 3 scores, and at that point, with Tennessee's running game, it was going to be pretty challenging and difficult to get back in it. Had some things that we thought we could execute, and obviously we weren't able to do that today. So obviously credit Coach Jones, his young men, and the Tennessee Volunteers. Want to congratulate them on winning the 30th Outback Bowl, and disappointed for our fans that made the trip down here. I want to thank them, and but most importantly, I want to say thank you to our seniors, an amazing group of young men from absolutely amazing families. And it was really hard for me the other day. It's hard for me now. Sorry, our program's been through a lot in the last 2 years. And our seniors, wow. They've been the reason why we got ourselves here. We haven't been in 10 wins a lot. I know from you guys at Tennessee, that sounds a little weird, but, we're trying to become a team that puts themselves consistently and competitively at the top of our league and competes the same way nationally. And obviously with today's outcome, we're far from where we need to be, but a great group of seniors from amazing families. And they led us through it. Started last January. I think they've left a legacy of what it's going to take for us to continue to take the necessary steps to be successful consistently, and then hopefully for us to take the next step, which is competing for the Big Ten West and being consistently in bowl games and winning bowl games. So, again, thank you to the Outback. Thank you to Jim and his entire staff, the board, all the great volunteers in the city of Tampa for an amazing experience. And congratulations again to Butch. So, with that, how about some questions, please?
Coach, you've been here twice. First time, you hit the upright, close loss.
Yep.
This one, it's out of hand in the second half. Which is the easiest for you to recover as a program? Close loss?
Yeah. Yeah, neither. You learn and you grow. I've been doing this now in this role for 10 years. It's one game. When I put the Gator Bowl trophy next to us a few years back, we knew it was one win. It was one big win for our program with the monkey that we had on our back in the narrative. But, from a standpoint of this is one game at the end of a spectacular season. And, we're unfortunately going to have some guys, it's going to be a little while for them to get this game and their play off their chest. And the same thing with us as coaches, obviously. It starts with our plan. I thought our guys really prepared well. We just weren't able to take it into today. And so I've got to tip my hat and credit Tennessee. I thought they played pretty clean. We thought we were going to have to turn them over, from a standpoint of their skill set to steal some possessions from them. And they, obviously 4 turnovers on our end and 1 for a touchdown there at the end of the game that really was insignificant, but so 3 that were significant. So, you just move on. You learn, you grow, you flush it, and you move forward. You just hope that the way society is today that, what are they called, trolls or something like that on Twitter or whatever? I don't know. That they get a life. It's one game, and it's disappointing, and we're heartbroken, but you move forward, you take all the great lessons that we learned today, all the great lessons we learned throughout the whole season, and you learn from it, you grow, and you get better next year, and that's what we expect to do. So, Been doing this for a long time now. You just gotta flush it and move forward.
Coach, the offense really struggled today, obviously only getting to the end zone once.
Uh-huh.
And it's really struggled all season.
Right.
What's the biggest problem? Is it talent? Is it scheme?
Well, I think from a standpoint of struggle, I think you're talking about stats, and the only stat that matters to me is winning, and we won 10 games. The specific things, I got to step back a little bit to be able to really look, at all the individual areas and the specific things. I think it's going to always start and end with us as coaches. We got to put our guys. I mean, we philosophically believe in players, formations, plays, and there were times today that we felt like we had some things going, missed a block here, missed a catch there, missed a throw here, missed a throw there. So I think right now the overall theme is just consistency. We've got to be more consistent, and we've got to do a better job getting our guys to do that. And then we've got to continue to upgrade our talent on the whole program so that way we can continue to have competition. We've got that right now on defense, and I think that's why you saw the defense improve from last year to this year was the competition. And, I really feel strongly and positive about our young talent on offense. We've just got to have a much more competitive offseason. We'll actually have a sophomore quarterback. So, he won 10 games as a freshman. That's pretty spectacular in my book.
What do you think of the way Clayton played today?
And, probably like our whole team, not well enough to win. Any positive questions? Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Yeah.
Stanford, Michigan, Iowa.
Yeah.
Where do you feel Tennessee fits among them, and do you feel, are you surprised they didn't win that?
Well, I'm not in that league, so I don't want to ever, speak to that. I watched the video getting prepared and watched every game and went back and watched games from last year on people that we thought Tennessee would look at to go after us. They had some really nice little wrinkles that they attacked our defense with today, so you got to tip their coaching staff. They got us on a few things. But we I thought we prepared well. There wasn't a whole lot that we didn't see, that we saw today that we didn't expect to see. Maybe one play down in the tight zone. It was a pretty good little scheme where we were outflanked on the third down touchdown that we just didn't adjust well. They started in empty. We communicated too much, and paralysis by analysis. A guy walks in, nobody touches his flag. So, I think they're an outstanding football team. I'm sure you guys are going to write great articles and put all this stress on Butch and pick them to win the SEC next year and all that. That's the way it goes. And then you read our blogs, and we stink, and we can't play, and we have no chance. That's the way the narrative goes, your last game. But I'd look at our body of work. 10 wins with a rookie quarterback, I'll take it. We got a lot of room for improvement. We'll get better. I believe that. But as far as them, it's probably a much better question for Butch than me.
You guys moved some of the ball to mostly the receiver.
Yeah.
This game, is that
Yeah.
something you guys practiced, leading up to this game? Is that something
Yeah.
he's going to do more next year?
Yeah. Well, based on the way we were today offensively, it probably looked like we drew it up on the way over to the stadium. But no, he practiced that way all bowl prep. We felt like having him watch it not be on the field was probably something that we felt like, again, going back to that players formations plays, getting him on the field more. Willie, I don't know. We'll see. We don't play for a while, so I don't have to tell you guys anything. And practices are closed. So, no. I mean, if you can't laugh, guys, you got to check your pulse and check your heartbeat. So, tough day, but, we'll see, man. I don't know. We got a lot of work to do. Obviously, today's a very strong indication of that. And so I'm going to enjoy tonight with my family, with our seniors, and get on the plane and go cheer my tail off for Chris and the guys tomorrow night and see if we can go find a way to win a basketball game against a top 10 team.
Coach, you seem to be kind of maintaining perspective of this one game. Does it seem like the players have that same perspective?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely for the seniors. I mean, you walk out with a pit in your stomach knowing this was your last game. We try to get all the guys into there towards the end. I don't know if we accomplished that, but that was what we were trying to do. And no, I mean, I'm keeping it in perspective because it should be kept in perspective. You win 10 football games, it's a darn good football season. It doesn't matter what league you're in, what level you're at. You win 10 games, you get to double digits. And I understand, a lot of jobs are to nitpick the little things and stat. I understand all that. But as a leader of the program, I'm not going to let negative ever get involved in my mindset, attitude, or approach to the way that we're going to do things. And I know that stirs people the wrong way. I frankly don't care. My job is to help young people get better, help our program get better, and helping them prepare for life. And I think we're gaining on where we want to get on the field, but we're not quite there yet. And that's incredibly motivating. I mean, it's humbling like today, but you roll your sleeves up, and that's the way I was raised. I'm from the South Side, as you guys know, and you roll your sleeves up, go back to work the next day.
Looking at the bookends of your season, starting with the Stanford game in early September, the way after the game you said you could tell that your offensive defensive line dominated
Yeah.
the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Today it wasn't that way.
Right.
Was there something that changed, or was it just a kind of a one day
Yeah.
bad performance?
Yeah, I think there were 3 games today that we didn't win 3 games this year that we didn't win the line of scrimmage. It was today, Iowa, and Michigan. So I think there's a theme there. For us to be successful, we have got to win on the LOS, and 10 times we did. So I don't think we're that far away, but again, I think that what I said earlier about consistency, we've got to get to that from a standpoint of competition, and unfortunately, and again, you got to credit Tennessee. I mean, they played really well. You got to credit Iowa. They played really well against us, and so did Michigan. And so you credit those 3 teams that beat you, and then you spend the whole offseason looking at the areas that you did well, and then you look at those 3 games, and you pound your head against the post, and you figure out why didn't it work this week? Why didn't it work this game? And then you try to create solutions and find ways to fix it.
Do you have a sense of what was different in those 3 games as opposed to the 10 games you guys won in the total line of scrimmage?
Yeah, like I said, I think we played 3 teams that were pretty good. I think a 9-win team, a 9-win team, and a double-digit win team. Those are 3 pretty good teams, and we just ended up on the short end. Again, I can't say that I've stepped back enough and watched the cut-ups and go through, because their schemes are all a little bit different. Their personnel is a little bit different. But, it starts with us, and we got to just be better as coaches, no question.
One more. Coach, 10 wins. You're sitting there with a January bowl game.
Yeah.
How much does that help recruiting?
Oh, we're killing it in recruiting. I mean, I'm not worried about that. I mean, we're going to always go, not only starting our recruiting in Chicago, but we're going to go national. We got 20+ states on the roster, and we've got 20 great guys in the boat. We got a young man showing up here, Tommy Carnifax, in two days. Yeah, 2 days. He'll start his first class. He's already signed his tender and ready to go. So excited about him and looking forward to that. And then from the rest of the class, we got a little bit of work to do, but kids want to play for a winner. They want to play and get a great education from a great school and be prepared for life. We've got those in place, and now with the new facilities that we got on board, we got a lot of work to do, but those are great catalysts and great things to look forward to in the future. So thanks again to Jim McVeigh, everybody here at the Outback, all of you media folks for what you do for college football, Outback for being a great sponsor, and Happy New Year's and safe travels home. Thanks a lot, go Cats.